Welcome to Voyage Daily Tech, the most important news personalized for you every day, supported by Voyage.com.
All right, we have a packed show for you today. We'll start with a potential civil war in the AI world, with OpenAI reportedly taking aim at its biggest partner, Microsoft. Then, we'll see how crypto exchange Coinbase is making a direct play for Wall Street. After that, we'll cover the stunning story of how SK Hynix dethroned Samsung as the king of memory chips. From there, we'll explore a surprising pivot, why the CEO of Spotify is now backing AI for the battlefield, and we'll wrap up with an incredible story of resilience, how Ukraine built one of the world's most advanced digital governments, all during a full-scale invasion. Let's kick things off with a story that feels like it's straight out of a Silicon Valley thriller. The biggest partnership in artificial intelligence is teetering on the edge of a civil war. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, is reportedly considering accusing its own primary backer, Microsoft, of anti-competitive behavior. This isn't just a minor disagreement. It's a move that could seek a federal regulatory review and potentially unravel the most pivotal tech alliance in the entire AI sector. It's the definition of biting the hand that feeds you. Remember, Microsoft poured $1 billion into OpenAI back in 2019, a deal that gave it exclusive rights to host OpenAI's technology and fueled its meteoric rise. Now, that foundation is cracking. The two giants have been locked in negotiations for months, unable to agree on the future of their partnership. At the heart of the conflict is control. OpenAI reportedly wants to tear up the old rulebook, demanding to modify the clauses that give Microsoft exclusive rights to its powerful AI models. They've even floated a new deal where Microsoft would hold a 33% stake in a restructured unit, but would have to forego rights to future profits. This is where the situation takes a more complex turn. While battling with Microsoft, OpenAI is making a shocking new move. The company plans to bring in a new partner to meet its massive computing needs, Google Cloud. That's right, Microsoft's biggest and most direct competitor. So while the companies issue joint statements saying they are optimistic they will build together for years to come, the actions behind the scenes tell a story of a power struggle reaching a boiling point. This all begs the question, is this a genuine breakup, or is OpenAI trying to spark an all-out bidding war for the future of AI? Now, shifting from the battle over AI supremacy, another industry is seeing its own dramatic showdown. The crypto world is officially coming for Wall Street. As Coinbase just revealed, it's making a direct play to compete with giants like Robinhood and Charles Schwab. The company is asking the US Securities and Exchange Commission for a green light to offer something called tokenized equities. The plan is to convert company shares into digital tokens that can be traded on the blockchain, potentially making stock trading cheaper, faster, and available around the clock. And this isn't some side project. Coinbase's chief legal officer called the initiative a huge priority. However, if you zoom out, you'll see another layer of strategy at play. This is the same SEC that sued Coinbase in 2023, alleging it was operating as an unregistered broker. It was a massive legal battle. So what changed? That lawsuit was dropped this year under the Trump administration, which has signaled a major shift in US cryptocurrency policy. Now, Coinbase is going back to the very same agency asking for what's called a no action letter, essentially, a promise that the SEC won't come after them for launching this new service. The company's legal chief said that what's been holding back this kind of innovation is a lack of confidence that the SEC wouldn't sue. Now, they see an opening. While critics say there are still plenty of gaps to address, like a lack of clear global standards, the move from Coinbase forces a massive question. If a crypto exchange can get approval to trade stocks 24/7, is this the beginning of the end for traditional stock trading as we know it? And speaking of established giants facing new challenges, a titan of the tech world has just been dethroned. For the first time in history, Samsung is no longer the king of the global memory chip market. The company that took the crown is its arch rival SK Hynix, and how they did it is the real story. You see, it all comes down to a single critical component powering the entire AI revolution: high bandwidth memory, or HBM. SK Hynix has captured a staggering 70% of the HBM market. That dominance, supplying clients like the AI behemoth NVIDIA, helped it seize a 36% global market share, edging out Samsung's 34% for the first time ever. The fallout is dramatic. While SK Hynix shares have surged nearly 50% this year to hit a 2-decade high, Samsung's market cap just cratered to a 9-year low of $252 billion. This shift is so profound that even Morgan Stanley, which was historically bearish on the company, has been forced to reverse course and upgrade its estimates. When the biggest skeptics become believers, something big is happening. But that's not the whole picture. The real turning point is that SK Hynix isn't just winning, it's doubling down. Its parent company just announced it's partnering with Amazon Web Services to build South Korea's largest AI data center, cementing its position at the heart of the AI boom. According to one expert, while Samsung is trying to play catch-up, SK Hynix's dominance remains firm. The big question now isn't just who's winning today, but whether anyone can stop SK Hynix from winning the entire war for AI supremacy. We were just talking about the hardware that powers the AI revolution. So now, let's shift our focus to how that AI is being applied in a completely different and frankly more controversial arena. The co-founder and CEO of Spotify, the company that powers your daily commute and workout playlists, is now the chairman of a company building artificial intelligence for the battlefield. His venture firm, Prima Materia, just led a massive $694 million investment into a European defense startup called Helsing. This isn't just about software. Helsing uses AI to analyze weapons and sensor data in real time. And last year, it even began manufacturing its own line of military drones. And this isn't just one isolated deal. The scale of this shift becomes clear when you look at the money. While the broader venture capital market has cratered, falling 45% in the last 2 years, the defense tech sector has actually exploded, growing by 30% over the same period. Money isn't just talking, it's shouting. The core conflict driving this gold rush is clear. Major global conflicts are pushing Europe to rapidly build its own military power, a strategy they're calling technological sovereignty. As Spotify's CEO Daniel Ek put it, there is an urgent need for investments in advanced technologies that ensure its strategic autonomy and security readiness. The lines between the tech in your pocket and the tech on the front lines are blurring faster than ever. It all begs the question, as the titans of consumer tech pivot to defense, what does the future of war actually look like? That concept of technological sovereignty we just mentioned takes on an entirely new meaning when we look at our final story today, which comes directly from a nation at war. On day one of Russia's full-scale invasion, a Ukrainian government minister was driving past gun battles and burning cars in the streets of Kyiv. But while his country was fighting for its very survival, he was building what has become one of the most advanced digital governments on the planet. This is the story of Dia, a government app that has become a symbol of Ukraine's wartime resilience. The numbers here are just incredible. Today, the app has 22.7 million users who can access over 40 different government services right from their phones. Think driving licenses, tax payments, and business registration. But here's where the story takes a turn. The war didn't stop development, it accelerated it. Ukraine added 15 new services specifically for the war, allowing citizens to report the location of Russian troops or apply for compensation for property destroyed in the fighting, all through the app. So how did a nation under siege pull this off? First, a massive talent pool of 300,000 software developers. Second, the cost. The entire system was built for between $5 and $10 million. An expert estimates that in the United Kingdom, the same project would have cost 5 to 10 times as much. This has led Ukraine's Deputy Minister of Digital Transformation to make a bold claim, stating, quote, "I haven't seen anybody else doing better than us, except maybe Saudi Arabia, putting his country ahead of renowned digital pioneers like Estonia." Experts say the secret wasn't just the app, but the flexible data infrastructure built years before the invasion, allowing them to rapidly build new services on top of it. Now, Ukraine is setting its sights on artificial intelligence to redefine government services entirely. But as one professor warns, it's a high-stakes gamble. Quote, "AI is like having a Ferrari. You can do amazing things, but you better have good roads." It all begs the question, in the middle of a war, can Ukraine build the digital roads fast enough to handle that Ferrari?
That's it for today on Voyage Daily Tech. Follow, share, and stay tuned for daily updates coming your way tomorrow.